All right, I'm gonna give you guys these markers. Okay, we're gonna start with our lightning quiz. I've decided you don't have to write this down. I just want you to think about how many times does 4 go into 15 and use your knowledge of multiples, and you can write it down in front of you, and how much is left over. So think about it for like a few seconds. We're going to think about how many times is number 4, how many times can we put it into the number 15?
That's too much.
Okay, we're going to go over it right now because it's supposed to be a lightning quiz, so it's a fast one. Does anyone have an answer for how many times does 4 go into 15?
5 times 1 is what? Okay.
Any guesses?
I'm going to do 7 minus.
We'll do it. Let's see. 4 goes into 15 one time, so we have,
My family is very.
what number is this?
4.
And then we put it into it 2 times. We had another 4. How many do we have? 8. Let's put it into it another time. 1, 2, 3, 4. What number is this? We have 10. 12. We're getting close. What happens if we had another 4? What number is that? It's a 10 plus 6. That's 16. That's too much, right? 4 is too many, so it's going to be 3 times. So we have 4 goes into 15 3 times. So what number do we have if we do 3 times 4?
5 go into 26.
3 times 4. So we have 1 4, we have 2 4, we have 3 4s. It's going to be 12. So how much is left over?
That's too much. So 5 times.
We have 4 times 3 is 12. How much is left over to go into
What's
15?
5 times 5?
3 is left over, right? Because 12 plus 3 is 15.
And now it's nice.
We're going to be doing that again in our lesson. I'm going to erase this. Where's my eraser? There it is.
So now we're going to do subtract. 26 minus 5 is
Okay. So today we're going to focus on what we've been doing this week, which is working on division and working on our multiples, which is what we kind of just practiced. And we're going to do our best math work, and I know you guys can do it. Yes? Thumbs up, yes. I need a strong thumbs up. That's a weak thumbs up. That's a strong thumbs up. Good, love it. We'll review what we're going to use. You guys know this by now. I'll use this little pointer. You know what this means?
One more time.
Does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers?
Yes, does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers. Do you know what it stands for? What does the D stand for?
Divide.
Divide, you can go next. We'll go you and then you and you. So we have divide, multiply, subtract, check. Bring it down. Perfect. You guys got it. And these are our tasks. These are what we're going to use. I'm going to come over here. These are what we're going to use to solve our long division problem. So Judy, can you read this first one?
And now we're going to subtract. What is 15 minus?
Yeah, operation.
Now we're checking, is 0 less than 5?
Convert.
Yeah. And there's nothing more to bring down. So now we have 150.
Form. Good. So the first task we're going to do is we're going to read a word problem. We're going to pick out what parts of it are important. And then we're going to pick what operation. Is it subtraction, multiplication, division? And then we're going to convert it to standard form, which is our number with that, which we'll go over the vocabulary in a second, which each one of those means. Can you read our second task? Multiples.
Let's do another one.
It's kind of far away.
Knowledge and the.
Use the, yep. Yep. Acronym.
Okay.
It's just what the words stand for. Good.
Check for correct answers using multiplication.
Oh, good. Sorry, I was going to have you read the last one. So this is how we're going to do it. And what are we doing when we are doing all these tasks? We're doing our learning target. I'll read it for you. So I can decode word problems and use them to complete long division and standard
How do you
form.
spell that?
So anytime you see a word problem, you can use these tasks to decode it. So I'm going to do an example one for you guys. So we're going to use all these skills from our review. We're going to use these multiples knowledge from our lightning quiz. And we're going to use this acronym and we're going to complete a word problem. So I need you to give me a food. Any food, your favorite food. We did this last time. You know the drill.
Okay. Does she like gummy bears or gummy worms better? Gummy worms? Okay. So, Cassandra.
Oops, I'm sorry, that way. Ramen?
In
All right,
total,
let's do it.
9
This
people.
is gonna be a whole lot of
9
ramen.
friends that are gonna be eating. If there's 117 governors in that, 117 by how many governors does each?
Wait, what are our 4 friends?
So, we're gonna think.
Oh,
okay,
mystery
what
friends.
am I
You can
doing?
pick in your brain.
We're dividing first, good. And then we're gonna set it up. We're gonna do.
So this word problem, we have the hungriest friends in the whole world.
Nice. Okay, you already wrote it. No, it can't. You're right. So I'm just
So
gonna
we
put
have
0
the
here so you don't
hungriest
get
friends
You know what, and you guys.
in the whole universe, and they're all gonna eat a whole lot of ramen. So what's our first step? What's our first task?
We're looking at all our steps.
Multiply?
So we still
Oh, we're skipping. What's our first task?
zero. So we can just
Read a
skip
word
right
problem.
Read the word problem. I'll read it out loud. Judy had 150 bowls of ramen. Oh my gosh, just split with her 4 friends. How many bowls of ramen did each friend get? What's the next part of this? Let's decide what operations are. Oh, you keep raising your hand. I'm gonna let you just say it out loud when I ask a question because it's only 2 of you, so you guys can just say it to me because I keep forgetting to look at you raising your hand, but I appreciate it. So you can just say it. So the next part of it is decide what operation to use. So what operation are we gonna be using in this?
9 can only go to
If it said 150 bowls, this is a good code word to split. Do you know what that is gonna be?
Subtract.
Oh, not subtract. When we have to split something up, we have to split 150 into 4 groups. What operation is that?
Is it divide?
Division. Yeah, good job. So what numbers in this problem are going to be important that we're going to focus on? 150? And what?
And 4.
And 4. Good job. Oops, I totally forgot to do this. We were going to go over these vocabulary.
minus 9. 11.
20 divided by 4 equals 5. This one is going to be our, it's dividend. Yeah, and this one's going to be our
Divisor.
divisor. Good. And this one's going to be our quotient, which is the answer. So we have the divisor that goes into the dividend. Good. So which one is our divisor
Okay, now what do I do?
in this problem?
What's our next step?
4. Good job. This will be our divisor. So this one's going to be our,
Check it before you go. How do we check it?
say it, dividend. Yeah, good job. So you can look at that if you need help. So last part of this test is convert to the standard form. So we said our divisor is going to be 4 and our dividend is going to be 150. Good.
So that's
Task
check.
1 done.
Good.
Task 2. Do you want to read it?
I'm gonna bring down. How many times is 9? Let's count.
And the acronym.
We have 9, and we already said 9 plus 9 is 18.
Good. So let's go through our steps. What's our first one?
So
Divide. Awesome. So we have to put 4 into, 4 doesn't go into 1. So what do? Go on to our next one. So we're going to have to put 4 into 15. This is where we have to use our multiples knowledge.
do we need
We have to
keep
count
going?
how many times is 4 going to go into 15. And I'm going to model this one for you guys. I think 4,
No,
8,
that's 27.
12. I'm counting by 4s,
9
right?
times
16. That's too many.
3.
4, 8, 12, 16. Too many. 4, 8, 12. So it's going to be 3 times. You will have all the opportunities to do the next problem. I'm going to show you how to do this one, but I love that
So
you
we
know
just
it.
divided, right?
So it goes 3 times. It's 3 times 4.
9 times 3 is.
Oh, nope. 3, 6, 9,
Oh.
12. Good job. So we have 12 here.
Okay.
Oh, that was the second part of our step. We did divide, we did multiply. What's next?
Boom, through it is.
Subtract. What am I subtracting?
Less than 9. Boom, check, done.
Yeah, 12 from what?
Bring anything more down.
15. Good. So 15 minus 12, we're gonna have
So 3's up here.
3.
We have nothing left to bring down.
What's this part?
So now, we're done.
Check. Good.
13.
Great.
What's 13?
Oops, I have to do it. I checked it off before I even did it. Is 3 smaller than 4?
Because we were looking at our gummy worm.
Yes. So that check part is good. What's this part?
Ksenia.
Say it.
Should 9 friends.
Bring down.
Bring down. What are we bringing down? This 0, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna bring it down. Whoop.
And so
30.
now we know
Does 4 go into 3?
each kid gets 13.
I don't think so. 4 is a lot bigger than 3, huh?
if you ask.
So we have to put 4 into 30.
Okay,
This
let's
is
rate.
another time we're gonna use our multiples knowledge. We have to think, how many times does 4 go into 30? Do you guys know your multiples of 4? I'll help you review it. Do you know what 5 times 4 is?
You're gonna hit all of these words here today.
20, good. Do you know what 6 times 4 is?
Do you know much about numbers?
No. 6 times 4 is 24. Do you know what 7 times 4 is? It's 28. You guys will know these multiples. 7 times 4 is 28. I think that's the closest we're gonna get, because if we do 8 times 4, guess what we get?
Yeah.
We get
And it takes
32, which is more than 30.
to spin one.
So we have to do it a 7 right here, because that's the most amount of times 4 can go into it without going over.
Right. It
So 7 times 4, you guys know it?
takes
You can do it on your board in front of you if you want. I'll just tell it to you right now, but for the next one, you guys will do it on your own. 7 times 4 is 28. Boop.
What did she make that so good?
That was our divide and our multiply.
Does she make it?
Boop, boop. What's next?
Do you like it? Like, what do you like?
Divide, multiply. What's the S?
Just how?
Those.
Subtract. 30 minus 28. What's that?
Just choose one thing.
complete spin
30 minus 28.
Oh.
and
You got it. It's 2. Ah.
and get ready.
Gotta subtract.
570.
Check. Is 2 smaller than 4?
Yeah.
Yep. Bring it down. Do we have anything to bring down? My phone stopped recording again. I'll review what I just did. I think I got most of that. We just finished going over the rest of this modeling, and we're going to go into our third task, which is check for correct answer using multiplication.
So let's do.
So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply 37 by
Let's
4.
write out all of our 24s because I know we're going to need to use it later. So what's 24?
7 times 4.
20.
Yes, 28. 3 times 4.
What's 48?
12.
12, good. Plus 2. Either of you say 14, good. Uh-oh, 148. That's not equal to 150. You know why? Because we have our remainder 2. We have to add that on there. What's 148 plus 2? 148 plus 2.
150.
150. Is 150 the same as 150?
Yeah.
So our check was correct using multiplication. Good job. Good job. Okay, we're going to do another one. And I'm going to let you guys do more of it.
We need to go that way. Okay. What's 72 plus 4?
Let's see.
24 plus 7.
We're going to use... Whoop. Miranda, I need you to give me an animal.
Keep going.
96. Okay. So it's nice because now we don't have to worry about the 24s and everything because we can just look back at the things that we wrote, right? Okay, so now let's go back to this. 24.
Sugar glider? Oh, those are cute, huh?
57.
I've seen those. Do
It can go in at once.
you have a
That's
sister?
good.
Yeah.
Is this
And
less?
she's annoying.
2 times, you're right. Right, you're still right. Okay. Oh, yeah, you can write a 0 before the 5. That's nice.
So Miranda wants to split the cost of a pet sugar glider with her sister. So we're gonna say, oh, what's your question? You have 2? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I thought those were like, not endangered, but I thought they were like exotic animals. I didn't know you could own those. That's awesome. 172. We're gonna say that this pet is $172.
48. Oh, we have to borrow though. We have to borrow.
Awesome.
You can't take 7.
So Miranda wants to split the cost of a pet sugar glider with her sister. The pet is $172. How much does each girl pay?
So now we have 7.
What are we gonna do first? What's our first step in our task?
It's tricky, but you.
Read
But we can do
word
it.
problem decide what.
Yeah, decide what operation to use after we read it. So we just read it. Does anyone know what operation we're gonna use? What?
Divide 10.
Yeah, dividing. Do you know how? How did you get that?
It was 10.
Because
What gave you the
you
clue?
said
Minus
that we had to like split in the other problem.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna split it up.
10, 11,
So what are the two numbers that we're gonna be using? Do you know? What are the important numbers? Do
It's
So we can write 9 right here. And
you know what they're called? Wait, what'd you say? 178? You mean 172? Good. You know what 172 is?
Not quite.
Is it our dividend or our divisor?
We're at the check stage.
It's our dividend. Do you know what's going to be our divisor? This one's kind of tricky. What are we dividing 172 by?
We think it's 9.
What are we splitting it into? How many groups are we splitting up 172? If I want to split the
Now
cost
we're gonna bring
with my
it down.
sister, how many groups are we splitting up 172 into?
So what do I do now?
Not 100.
So now
So
what
there's
do
me,
I do?
and there's my sister. There's Miranda, and there's our sister. And we want to split the cost,
Not done
172.
yet.
How many groups are we splitting 172 into?
100.
2 groups, me and my sister, and we're each splitting it to make 172. So we're gonna. This keeps glitching out. I don't even know if I'll get this video. There is. I don't know where it cut off, but we are about to go into step 2, which is step 2 of the task, which is complete the problem in standard form. What did you say was our dividend again? Sorry. 172. Good. And what is going to be our divisor?
So now what do I do with 2?
2. Good job. All right. Oh, I'm going to erase all these check marks. Okay. Task 2. Use multiples knowledge and DMS, which is divide, multiply, subtract, check, bring it down acronym to complete long division.
And do we need to bring
Divide.
anything else?
What are we dividing?
The 2.
So
The
now
2?
we're-
Okay, 2 into what?
Right? Okay, so let's
2.
read our problem again.
No, what are we putting the 2 into first?
For the Earth to spin on its axis.
172.
Yeah, but we gotta go smaller than that.
576. So how many spins?
Yeah, technically we're going to put the 2 into the hundreds place, but does 2 go into 1?
No.
So what do we have to do?
Alright, let's erase it.
Put it into 17 right here.
Are you feeling
Do we know how many times 2 goes into 17?
Yeah, it's nice to have the checks.
You can do it in front of you, try to figure out how many 2's are going to be in 17. Hopefully it doesn't cut me off again. Alright, did we find out how many times 2 goes into 17? Let's count up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Oh, is that too far?
46.
That's 8, right? So it goes in 8 times. That was our divide. What's our next step? Multiply. What are we multiplying?
Over.
The 100.
That's a lot.
Nope.
The 8.
Say it. 8 and the 2. What's 8 times 2?
So she has. Yeah, you can do the friends.
This is where you need your multiples knowledge really good. So if you don't know these, you gotta practice your multiples. 8 times 2 is 16.
Oh, sorry. We're gonna back it up. Instead of doing James and Kyle,
DMS. What's the S?
we
What are we subtracting?
we have this
16.
and I
From
have
what?
a lot. She has a lot.
17.
Good. What's 17 minus 16?
As many times as we can.
15.
You don't
No.
want just one. Like one piece of music.
If we have 17 and we take away 16, how many's left over?
So we're trying to think how many friends. Okay. So
1. Good job.
she
Woo. Check. How do we check? The 2 and the 2 and the 1. Good job. Is 1 bigger than 2?
Yeah. Oh, me no.
No. So we're good. Okay, B. What's the B?
Many
Bring down. What are we bringing down?
The 2.
Good.
can she
All right. Oops.
Yeah.
That's kind of bad. 12. Starting over. What's the D?
Divide.
What are we dividing?
set up our
The
problem?
20.
What are we
The
gonna
12? Yeah. What else? What are we
When
dividing?
I
What are
see
we?
a word problem.
How many are we breaking it up into?
16.
No. What number are we gonna use to divide?
2.
Yeah, we're gonna use this one right here. How many times does 2 go into 12?
Yep, we're gonna set up the problem, we're gonna think.
This is where you need to use your multiples knowledge. What times 2 equals 12?
That's right. So, let's take this. 146
We can count up, okay? Count with me. 2.
divided by.
Count with me. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
Okay.
6. 2 times 6 is equal to 12.
Use our little.
That was our divide. What's our multiply? What are we multiplying? What's that? What's this step?
We're multiplying.
Yeah, you're right, because 2
What?
doesn't go into 1, so we can put a 0 there.
6 and not 12. 6 times what?
2.
6 times 2. Good job. What's 6 times 2?
2 is
Tell me about your baby sister. First start with like what her name is and baby sister's name.
12.
12. Good job. DMS. What's the S?
Subtract.
Subtract. What are we subtracting?
Come on over here, Nixon, you're gonna be over here.
The 12.
The 12 minus what?
The 12.
Yeah, 12 minus 12. What is that?
0.
Yes,
Oh, I
good
like
job.
that you're writing it out.
DMS. CH. Check. What are we checking? The 12 and the 2. 0 and 2. Is 0 smaller than 2?
Boom.
Yes, so we're good. And we have
Okay,
0.
Tell me what.
Do we have anything to bring down? No. So we're done.
Yep.
Almost, right? Our answer is 86. 2 divided by 172 is 86. What's the last step of our task?
Wait,
Last step of our task.
check for correct
Yep.
answers.
7 times 2.
Good. Woo!
Bada bing,
Keep
bada
stepping on
boom.
this thing.
And now
Do you remember what we're multiplying? 2 and 8?
Yep.
2 and 172.
It's going to be 2 and 86. Oh, that was terrible.
You're right.
Okay, multiplication. What's 2 times 6?
So we're right.
12.
So what's our next step?
What's 8 times 2? Gotta use your multiples knowledge.
We're gonna do our check.
2 times 8 is?
Yep.
2 times 8?
Yep.
Oh, 16.
Is that what you're going to say? I know you had it. 2 times 8 is 16. Good. We're going to add that one. 17. Is 172 equals 172? I think 172 is equal to 172. Yeah, good job. All right. This is where I would give you a problem to do independently, but I think I'll help you guys because you haven't quite gotten it, but this is going to be our independent work. So I want you guys to copy this problem down. Not this one, but the one over here. Let's see if you can decode it with me just saying it. That'll be a crazy skill.
Really nice. Helps our clock.
So Miranda and Judy are going on a field trip. And they're going on a field trip with 264 other students. 264 students all together going on this field trip. And they're going on 3 buses. How many students are going to get on each bus? So do you know how we're going to write this in standard form? 264 students going on a field trip in 3 buses. How many students are going to go in each bus? It's like a riddle, yeah. Do you want me to write it out for you? Okay, I'll write it out.
Now we're done. So what does this mean?
Let me hear you say some words. We're not gonna do all of these. We're gonna get reading.
We're gonna say we're going to the
We're gonna
zoo.
rock. Hands up, please. Up, other hand up.
1730 friends? Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Way to go. I really liked how you had all of your checks ready so that you could put them.
264 students are going
Erase
3 buses to the zoo.
Are you ready?
I want you to erase everything you have in front of you.
Okay, I did so too.
And I want you to see if you can decode this like we've been doing. If you can decode it independently and write a standard form
Okay.
division problem. And I'll check on your guys's.
Yeah, does she cuddle up and hug you?
I'll give you 10 seconds.
Does she know how to walk?
But first I'll give you a hint.
So you but this next story
She's
tells
so
us
cute.
about.
She doesn't
Oh,
know
I kind of erased it.
and
Do
she
you, would it
can't
be
walk.
helpful if I wrote it on the
Does she
board?
laugh?
264.
She laughs.
Do you know how to write it? What you got so far?
Jamie.
Perfect. 264, you got it. Can you write? You don't have to write that down. See what she has? 264 divided by 3. So that's what it's going to look like.
Okay. Rin, together. Rin. No syllable word first. Rin.
Does everyone have that in front of them?
Rin.
Good. I want you to take a shot. You can take a shot at doing this by yourself. So remember your tasks
Are you
and remember the steps to do it. So we're going to move on to that second task and see if you can start doing it by yourself.
second grade?
I'll give you a few seconds.
Okay, so she feeds them beetles. There
You said, so it's
are 126
Go ahead.
beetles
Nope. Deb?
in
Yeah.
the pet.
Everyone's doing it. Deb?
I'm going to start doing it and you guys can catch up, okay?
Deb?
So we have 264 divided by 3. 3 doesn't go into 2. So we have to put 3 into 26. So how many times does 3 go into 26? 3, 6, 9, 12. Using our multiples. 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. Oh, that was too much. 27. That's still too much.
You're doing it too.
24. 5. That's 8 times it goes in. So we can put an 8 right here. See if you can go from there.
Dad, your turn. Dad's.
Do you know what to do after that with that 8 up there? We'll go on to the next step. We divided. Now we're going to go into m, multiply. 8 times 3 is, just said it. It's one of our multiples.
Let's go with
24. Woo, 24. That's what you should have right now. 8 there, 3 there, 24 there. See if you can go from there. You know the next step. Let's see what you got. Good. What do you do after that?
Page 1 and how do you read page
DMS. We're on our S.
Nope, because remember, where's your book?
Yep.
Oh, I put it over here. Oh, because you read yesterday without Nadia. Okay.
Do you know what you're subtracting?
Go ahead.
Judy, do you know what you're subtracting? Yep. Minus. Yep. You know what that is? You guys know this. What's 26 minus 24?
Okay, next page. Remember, we're doing.
24, 25, 26. It's just 2. Boop. Subtract, check. Do you know how to check?
Keep that right there.
Is 2 bigger than 3? No, it's not. So we're good as long as this number is smaller. And then we're going to bring it down.
Divided by 3.
Good, and then we start our steps over again.
And you said 3 goes into 12. 4 times that's what you wrote.
This is what you should have in front of you.
Subtracted, and you wrote down 6.
Okay, do you know what we're starting back at? What's our next? What do we do with our DMS? We already did. We brought it down. So what do? We start over. Yeah, divide. Do you know what we're dividing? Yep.
I don't know if the 6th graders will be coming much.
3 into 24.
They have their big.
Do we know what 3 into 24 is? This is a perfect. This is a multiple. It fits. You guys should know this multiple. It's 24 divided by 3.
Leslie Bailey. Leslie Bailey.
You guys got to practice those. We got to be on those computers more, just like him. 3 divided by 24 is going to be 8 also. 8 times 3 is 24. Okay, we did our divide and we did our multiply. What's next? Put it down in front of you. I want to see it. What is that? Subtract. Good. 24 minus 24. Write it down. What's the answer? 0. Subtract. What's next after subtract?
Check.
Check. How are we gonna check? Huh? 0 and 3. What does that mean? Yeah. What is it? Bigger, smaller than 3? So does that mean we're good? Yeah. We checked. And do we have anything else to do? Any more steps, or are we done? I think we're done. We have nothing else to bring down, and we got a 0, so we're good. Last step of our task. Check for correct answer using multiplication. 88 times 3. Do you remember what 3 times 8 is? What our multiple of 8 times 3? 3, 6, 9, 12. Plus 3, 6, 9, 12. What's 12 plus 12?
You're gonna get 42, and maybe that she doesn't hold it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, you can erase your board.
You're doing step 5. We do not expect it in your quiz today unless you need to.
Yes.
Do you guys know what 12 plus 12 is? You can do it in front of you. What? 24, yeah. 8 times 3 is 24. Oh my gosh, we have it again. What's 8 times 3?
Which was this.
You just did it. What's 8 times 3? 24. And we add 2. 26.
Okay, so
Is 264 equal to 264?
So it's gonna be so fun. And we're so good.
Yeah?
So practical.
I think so too. Good job. Woo. Let's see if I can give you a really simple one that I thought you guys would be able to go up from there, but maybe we have to go down. So let me give you a simple one to end on, so you guys can do it completely by yourself.
okay, page 10. I need you to follow
Let's
me.
do, ooh,
Page 10.
2 divided by 222. Oh, don't want to help you guys at all. I just want to check it after. So let's see if you know what to do. I'm watching closely. Remember your steps. It's up on the board. I'll write it down.
What about Abigail? That's a good graphic.
Awesome. Page 12.
Come on, I need that first step. You got it. This is the easiest one I could give you.
It's your turn. Mix it right. Perfect. Okay. Are we on page?
You can move those drawers if you need to.
It's better than last time.
You're getting there. I can see you're starting it. Divide. 2 divided by 2.
They're reading accurately, and that's the most important part. Okay. your
How many
turn on
times
page
does 2
13.
go into 2? 4. How many times does the number 2 go into the number 2? 5. If I have the number 2, and I have to put it into the number 2, how many times does it go in?
I said that.
Just 1. You said 1?
Yeah, remember?
You said 4.
Like I said that second time.
Oh, I thought you said 4 both times. It's 1. Multiply. What's 1 times 2? 2. Subtract. What's 2 minus 2?
Saul, you can go.
0. Good. Check. Is 0 smaller than 2? Yeah, so we're good. Bring it down.
Assessment.
Then we do it again. Divide. Oop, we're out of time, so I'll display what the rest of it's gonna look like.
They're doing their.
Divide. 2 divided by 2. It's 1 again. 1 times 2. 2. Subtract. 0. Check. Is 0 smaller than 2? Yep. Bring it down. One more time. Divide. 2 divided by 2. 1. 1 times 2. Multiply. 2. Subtract. 2 minus 2. 0. Check. 0 smaller than 2? Yes. So we're good. Oh my gosh, we're done. Last number, nothing more to bring down. So our answer is 111. Last task. Check for correct answers using multiplication. You guys can do this one. Write that in front of you. Do that one.
So Talia, you were homesick yesterday, right? Did your dog stay with
Is
you
it 222?
in your room? Did it make a mess and
Yep.
stuff?
Good job. I can see it in front of you. Good job. You guys got it. All right, you're all done. Thank you so much.
Did you just write pictures?
Miss Tillman, are they good to go back to class?
They're good, yeah.
Okay.
Whenever you're finished with your
You're all set then.